All right. So can y'all hear me? All right. Let me know how the sound balance is. But hey, y'all, it's your boy Vandal. And if you don't know who I am, I'm a mangaka that's trying to help everyone else make manga. And I also like to make manga myself. So if this sounds like it's the kind of channel for you, hold on, let me bring the mic a little closer. If this sounds like it's the channel for you, you know, hit that whatever down there and join, because I make videos on like how to make manga and all that good stuff. So now that you kind of know who I am, whatever, all that good stuff, I'm here for the stream. It's been so long, stream. Missed you guys. It's been actually a month. I have actually kept to my promise. I don't know. Am I speaking? Hello? Hello. Okay, it looks like it's working. All right. So I've actually kept... Hold on. Let me put this away because I want to talk about this later. So we'll come back to that. See like my thing in the background. Wait, let me go this way. Wait, no, this way. Okay, whatever. So yeah, been gone for a little while. I have had a lot of stuff to talk about with you guys. A lot of things have changed, but one thing hasn't changed. You know, the channel's still here, and the channel is growing, boy. Like that's why I named the stream this. But like, I am like in total shock of like how big the stream has gotten. It's like way beyond like my wildest dreams. So I'm super happy. I'm super happy of all the people who are here, people who have decided to stay, people who believe in the message. I don't know. I'm being a little sobby. Let me be sobby. But I appreciate it. So I got a lot to talk to you guys about today. So that thing that I put away, let me talk about that for a little bit, because I want to, you know, expand into it. Let me see if I could actually, hold on. Give me 1 second if I could show you guys properly, because I think it would be really good. I'm going to send it to myself so I can show you nice and big. That's what she said. I'm going to send it to the e-pad. Please don't mess up anything. All right, y'all heard it. It's sent. All right, perfect. All right, so this little thing right here is the birthday manga bash. It is a competition that I am running for other creators. If you're someone who's like interested in that sort of thing, it's the premise. Hold on, let me make it bigger. All right, let's see if we can move it a little bit. Let's move that. Let's center it a little bit. Is it gonna move? All right, I think, yeah, there we go. And then can I make it smaller? No. All right. So basically what the birthday manga bash is, it's a contest for mangaka who, you know, want to get their work read, want to get their work critiqued, all that good stuff. Because one of the things I find like mangaka have a problem with, and it sucks. I mean, we all have this problem. Like, we have the problem of trying to make something, and you know, life gets in the way, and that's totally understandable. You have other obligations, and then your art, you know, kind of gets the last bit of treatment. But I think the good thing, or the thing that's important about the competition, is that it gives you a chance to, you know, feel that little pressure. Because I think when you apply pressure to something, something happens. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, that's up to you to decide. But something does happen, and what happens is at least those who are pushed a good amount will actually create something. So that's basically what the whole contest is about. Let me get into like what the rules are and all that good stuff. Give me 1 second. So the rules are here on vandalmarching.com. Hashtag plug, watch it. I don't know. There's my website. Anyways, so if you go to vandalmarching.com, you'll see all this stuff at the top. This is the manga that I made note. And right here is the manga contest. So basically, I still have to update it a little bit. But yeah, the birthday manga bash is a competition that was created to motivate other manga and sequential artists to create their story. That's a good point, because I don't want you to think that if you make comic books or something. Oh, let me see. Bring this down a little bit, and then let's move this to the side. Nothing is centered. All right, that's better. So yeah, I don't want you to think if you are a comic book artist that you can't join this competition. This is open to comic book artists, manga artists. The goal of this, like it says, is to also have your work critiqued and give feedback so you can improve your work. Because we all want feedback, and we all want, you know, to see how we test against other people. And there's going to be a great array of judges. I'm one of the judges, and we're trying to, you know, basically the whole spiel I told you guys. We're trying to inspire a next generation of creators so more people can create. That's the goal. All right, so the judges. 24x4 is one of the judges. They created this awesome one-shot called Fist of Firenze, and they're also making another work. Hopefully they come out with it really soon. Inupen, Cave King, the creator, he is making, like, I think another work on Webtoons. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but yeah. And then myself is one of the judges. We might be having more judges. Now, I can't talk about this, but I'm trying to do something really big for the competition. It just needs a little bit more time, and I'm still working through that process. But when that happens, I'm going to make like a fully fledged video, and it's going to be big, y'all. I promise you. Anyways, moving on. I can't say too much. So submission details. If you're interested, the contest is running from October 2nd, which is already started. We're at the end of October. We're on Halloween's Eve. Ooh. Was that scary? No? Alright. Until April 21st of next year. So you have a total of 6 months. So what can you make in 6 months? A lot. You can do a lot with 6 months. So there's no designated page order. You can make it from right to left, left to right. And I might even add in here potentially, you know, like, what is it? A Webtoon style. So from up to down. Doesn't really matter. But just thinking along those lines. Color is also welcome. Black and white is also welcome. The other thing is that there's a maximum of 55 pages. Please try and do no less than maybe like 28 pages is what I'm looking for. Because the reason why I put a minimum is like, you don't want to just do one page and be like, I'm done. You want to feel like really good about whatever you made. So try and make that thing beefy. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, make that thing beefy. Let's see. There's no genre. We're not looking at any type of genre. You can make whatever it is that you want to make. Try and, you know, keep it safe for work. You don't want it to be, what's the word? You don't want it to turn people off. I know art is an expression, but you know, you know. Let's see. It's a one shot or a chapter 1. Why did I choose one shot or chapter 1? One shots. I love one shots. I could make a whole video, and I probably should, about like why you should do one shots. But it's one shots or chapter 1s because I know a lot of people have like their chapter 1 written, or they have something that they want to make with their chapter 1. So just make sure that like it's one of those two and it fits within those bounds, because one shot, chapter 1, don't really care. Doesn't need to be finished. I would prefer it if it was, because it makes it a little bit harder. Maybe it'll be a little bit more brownie points. Don't quote me on that. That's why I said it so fast. Don't quote me on that. Maybe. And it has to be a finished work. You can't like show drafts or storyboards, that sort of thing, because, you know, I want you to actually complete the thing, feel the whole process from beginning to end. And if you're interested in that whole process, you know, check out the playlist I have on how to make manga. It's totally helpful. It's totally useful. And then, you know, I'm only saying one submission, because what tends to happen is, I think if I said like you could submit 2, you could submit 3, you could submit 4, it would be cool. But the problem is like you'll focus on one and maybe you might rush it, and then you'll make the other one because you're like, I'm done the other one. Okay, I can move on to the next one. And maybe you're that fast. I'm sorry for limiting you, but I want the one that you do submit to be super high quality and something that you are proud of. Because when you submit something that's like you're proud of and you're like really into, that's something that you would want to show to the world, and then you get to show it to more people, and then it's like a rollover effect. You get to do more, you want to do more, and like you can see like when you look at the culmination of all of what you've put into your work, you're like, oh my god, this is the best I've ever done right now. And then when you look at your next piece, you'll be like, okay, because you put your all into that piece. And I know maybe you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket, but I don't know. I think that it's, I don't know, is my voice too high? Let me know in the chat if my voice is too high. But, because I see it peaking. Why are you peaking? Stop peaking. What was I saying? So yeah, once you've like created like your masterpiece, your first real good one or second good one, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You feel more pride, and then that creates that process, because really the heart of this competition. What I want you, whoever's watching this, to do with your art, if you're making manga, if you're making comics, sequential storytelling, whatever it is, I want you to make manga because I'm selfish. I'll admit it right now. I'm selfish because I personally want to read really good manga. I want you to make really good manga. I want to read good manga, all that good stuff, because there's not enough of it. I mean, we get a lot of great manga that comes out of Japan and maybe a few other places, but I want, people to, what's the word? I just want people to create, and I just want to read cool stuff. So that's why I wanted to make this competition. Also, why I made this competition is because I want people to get their work critiqued. I think one of the things that happened during like the Tezuka that didn't happen here is that people didn't get their work like properly critiqued. You don't know if it got read, you don't know if it got critiqued. And I think feedback is important for growth. So I think that's definitely something you want to happen here. You want people to have to understand maybe some places that they can grow in and some things that they're doing well so they can continue doing those things well, and having that idea. Even if you don't win the competition, that's not necessarily the idea, but the idea is like getting that feedback so you can get better, so you can make more stuff. Because a lot of the times you're like, it's kind of like when you apply for college and then you don't get in, but oftentimes you get like just a very generic rejection letter. And you're like, why did I not get accepted? And then maybe now, hold on, y'all. Okay, this looks right. I don't know. So when you're looking at your feedback, you can be like, okay, maybe there's 1, 2, 3 things. Maybe I need to work on my anatomy. Maybe I need to work on my paneling. Maybe my story needs a little bit of work. You'll find out what it is in some way that could help you. And don't let like any feedback like totally just hamper you and be like, dang, I don't know if I should do this. The thing is to do it again so you can get better. I don't know if that makes sense. So let's see. Yeah. So let's see. Applicants who wish to be qualifications requirements. Applicants who wish to be manga artists or illustrators. Anyone can enter. So let's put it on the page. Applicants who are willing to share their work with the world is what we're looking for. And then there's like a few little extra infos. You can check it down here. But generally, what I'm looking for right now is for people to just make sure that you're registered. The submission is coming. Hey, J Draws, what's up? Yo, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping a hey. That made my whole day. You don't know. So yeah, make sure you click like the register here. Let me see what happens when you click register here. Make sure it's working. All right. Yeah. Put your email address, put your first name or whatever name you're going to use for the contest. Make sure you put that in here because that'll be super important. So I know how many people have registered going forward. So just make sure you're doing that and you should be good. When it's time to submit, I probably should actually take this off because I don't think it's ready yet. Yo, what's up, man? I think I should probably actually take the submit manga thing because the thing I'm working on might be like a lot better for us in the long run, like everybody as a whole community. So, yeah. So what's up, Drastic Daniel? Is it Drastic? Drastic Daniel. So that's the competition in a nutshell. I'll probably like remind you every stream because I think it's super important in case you didn't see it the first time. You'll age requirement. Good question. In terms of age, I didn't even put an age requirement. As long as you're like 18 or older and then, you need your parents' permission to enter, I think would be a thing, but I didn't put that on here. I think it's in the rules continued, but good question. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Definitely ask them during the streams, especially when I have this segment about like talking about the competition as a whole. Also, let me know if the music is too loud or I could bump it up a bit. Let me know. But yeah, so there's no real age requirement. But the only other thing, it has to be in English. Because the people that I'm working with, the judges, we don't have like a team to read different submissions. So definitely that's another thing. Yeah, the accepted languages are English. So sorry. I think that's about it. If there's any other questions, let me know. Now, for the fun part. Hold on, let me show you my face again. So for the fun part, I'll keep this up here in case anybody has questions. Let me get some water. Whew. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna clear up that clause in a little bit. So look for updates on the website about that age clause. That's a good question. Let's see. So now that we've got the competition out the way, let's talk about what I've been up to. Because I haven't been, I've been uploading as much. You see, I got a new bandana. Peep the new bandana. I love it. It's yellow. I mean, if y'all didn't know I like yellow, well, now you know. So let me show you guys the progress. Please. Oh, good, it stayed. Let me show you the progress that I've been making on my own personal manga. Yeah, so I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about that permission thing. So don't worry too much about it right now. Just keep working on making your manga. Keep working on making your manga. But good question. Now y'all got me thinking. I have to talk with my peoples. Legal stuff. All right. So this is the manga I made. I know it's real art right here, y'all. Don't even hate. Look at it. So, I was inspired by the void of space. My manga is called Blank X Blank. You can't see it, but it's there. It's a harrowing tale about nobody who doesn't do anything. Epic, right? Come on, tell me that wasn't good. Come on. That was genius. Who would have thought to make a blank manga page? Ooh, let me not give y'all bad ideas. Okay, let me see if I can make it a little smaller. All right, but for real, this is the manga I've been working on. It's called Besieger. I haven't done the cover yet, so that's why it's blank. So let's go. See, I already wrote some words. I'm doing great. This is like the inner cover. So like what I do in Clip Studio is I tend to have like everything laid out, because when I first did when I first did Note, I didn't do it as much, so I did it preemptively, so I had like some ideas about like where things go. All right, and then I think on this other side that's actually blank, that has no words on it, is where I'm going to put a little bit of info. And then this is the cover. Let me see if I can make it a little bit smaller so you guys can see better. Yeah. So this is the cover, not the cover. This is like, the splash page right before you get into the manga. And then, all the things that are going to happen. I love this picture. Like the lighting here is just like so good. Ooh, and then you get to see like, because one of the things that I talked about, I forget which video it was, but one of the things I talk about is like figuring out where your binding is, because see how this like weird thing starts to happen now with his leg? I have to see how to like maybe shift it over a little bit so he doesn't get cut like that, so he looks a little funny. But it'll show you like what it'll look like when it's bound in a book. So it's actually a really good thing, so you can check where your art is getting cut off in Clip Studio. Alright, so this is the first page. We're just gonna go through it. If there are any like questions, drop some. But this is like as far as I've gone so far. This is the intro to the book. I'm gonna go a little quick. If anything, like parts that I really enjoyed, I'll talk about them. I loved this panel. This panel was really fun. It's just gonna be a whole sucky thing to actually like ink, but I think it is super dope. And another thing that I want to do with, what did I want to do? I was gonna say something and I totally left my mind. Fudge, I don't remember. But I really enjoyed this panel. It was super cool, super dope. Like the characters here. This manga really pushed a lot of my ideas on how to like design characters, because the premise of the book is about like characters in this world got fused with other like mythical beasts from another world, and everyone looks like totally different. Like you could have gotten like a speaker head, or like you can hack into the Matrix, whatever it is. There's like a whole bunch of different things going on inside of this manga, but it is a one shot, so it will finish. I'm gonna be releasing it soon. And the cool thing is, I'm thinking about doing this for the stream, but eventually I want to do some like inking streams once I'm done penciling, because when I'm penciling, I'm thinking a lot, so I don't like to stream and pencil because I tend to be quiet and I can't talk as much. So I want to make sure that I'm able to, you know, chat with you guys and do all that fun stuff while actually getting to do the manga. Some water. All right. So yeah. Ah! My Apple Pen dropped. Sorry. All right. So yeah. That's the character going through some stuff, explaining some of the story. I enjoyed some of the scenes here, like messing with a lot of the angles and stuff, and like the character's reaction. I think when I go back into ink it, because I talked about a lot of this in like the pencil and inking stage. So if you haven't checked out that video, go check it out. It's the latest video on the channel. It goes into like how to pencil and ink your manga. It's very useful. It's very helpful. It's what I use in my steps. I love the character in the beginning because he's very expressive, even though like he's only angry, and you know, anger can only give but so many expressions. So he's either really angry, pissed off, or just mad. And it's interesting how that like translates to different characters. But yeah, see, like even in this spread page, I really thought about like where everything was gonna go. In terms of like even this speech bubble right here on the left, the bottom right under this character. His name is Zeus. And I even want to change the stance. I think I can make it even better. So when I come back to here, I really want to get at it. But this is nice. I like how this all flows. So I put a blank page here because I wanted to, and you're gonna see a lot of these like just random blank pages, because you know, like when you're reading a manga, maybe you're reading My Hero, maybe you're reading something else. In that manga, what you'll notice is like there'll be like that one page, it'll be right before the chapter starts. But since I'm not doing like a full-fledged, you know, volume, what I wanted to do is like have, I call them pace breakers, or you know, like little pauses right before things are about to go down. And like in this area, I would put like what, maybe a character that was just introduced to talk about maybe like how their development was, or something that had to deal with the development cycle. So I put it there just to give you guys an idea of like how, when you're formatting your book, what it can look like. So yeah, I love this character. I love all the characters because I think one of the things I did, hopefully I succeeded, gave them very distinct personalities. But yeah, I think I named him Gabriel because of his wings, and he's like an angel, but he's a very empathetic, or what's the word, very ecstatic, eccentric, like caseworker, not caseworker, what's the word I'm looking for, the person who helps you when you're in school with all like your troubles in school. I don't remember the name right now, it's escaping me, but if you do, put it in the comments. Like counselor, I think, school counselor, yeah, that's the word. So yeah, so that's the whole scene with him. And it's interesting in this manga, right? There's a lot of times where I don't, what's the word? I don't have a lot of action scenes. And when I tell you your boy likes action scenes, I love action scenes. Like, and I see a lot of people do this. Like, they just, like, when they draw their manga, it's action out the gate, boy. And I understand it because action scenes are mad fun. But I think also practicing, like, the slowed down scenes, like, where people are conversing and talking, will help a lot. Therapist? That's a good word. Therapist, not therapist, but they're like a therapist of the school. So I guess counselor was the word I was looking for. But yeah. So this dude, no, so this scene is like just, you know, a very slowed down scene. A lot of these, especially going into it, like when you're reading it, hopefully that doesn't affect people's readership. Like they're like, damn, this shit is boring. So I hope it does a little bit better overall in terms of that. Because I have a lot of slow scenes, but towards the end is where it like really picks up. So yeah, you see a little bit. Oh my god! So the introduction of one of my favorite characters is that. I don't know, y'all. Something about this character, like the character right here, who's waving his hand. He is just one of my favorite characters to draw, and I guess because out of all of the characters I made for this manga, he is the most expressive. Like yeah, I don't know, man. Just something about him. I just love that I made him, but like maybe it's because he's like a little bit like me. I don't know. Maybe because I like myself. Who knows? I don't know. They say you gotta love yourself, right? I don't know. I don't know. I just like him. So yeah, he's somebody that he meets during the course of the story. He's very, very eccentric. He feels like maybe like a younger version of the therapist as well. And then we get introduced into some characters, and then we have like these pacer breaks again. So what I was thinking, I don't know if I talked about it earlier, but I'll bring it up again. I'm thinking about like if you're sub to the channel, which you should sub, and make sure like you like the video, because hitting like is a good thing. But I'm thinking about like randomly, it won't be really announced. If you're lucky, you get to see it. But I will be doing like inking streams where I get to ink and we could chat, all that good stuff. But it won't be like as scheduled as these once a month streams, because I will do these streams once a month, like where we get to chat and I get to update you on things. Hopefully my life for the whole month has not been too boring. So yeah, we have another section here where it's a lot of chatting. The action happened a little bit earlier, but it's like dying down a little bit. And I think it's also helping me just like figure out how to get these shots down for just regular interaction when people have to do things. Because I tell you, y'all, I'm not the biggest fan of doing these scenes, but I find that they're necessary to tell your story. And, you got to find a way to make them interesting. Find a way to make those shots really pop and be as interesting as possible, even if they may not be the most dynamic as maybe an action scene would. So, something to think about. Another break page. And the other reason why I put the break page in, because when I was storyboarding it, in my mind, some of the pages, when they flipped, a lot of the times I'm thinking about making every page flippable, but I don't want to make every page flippable. I want to make a good amount of the pages flippable. So, that's why I put in the blank pages, so they could get to that like turn. Like, so when you turn, like the desired result of what I wanted you to do happens. And this can only really happen after the first double spread. You can't really put these pages in without that double spread. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Just talking a little bit about this manga that I'm making and like the process that went all into it. We're about to stop talking about it in a little bit because I don't want to show you guys everything. Yo, what's up? Everybody just coming through right now saying hi for real. What's up? Oh, and now we get to the best page, because I did one of these pages on stream, and I don't know, these action pages just flow like butter. It's just so dope. And I'm good. How are you, Jonas? What's up? Is it Anurag? I hope I said that right. Jonas and Anurag. What's up, y'all? It really is, though. So go make it live. Nobody be chatting in it. But I swear, Discords, like, it's all about the people. Like, the people in your Discord. Like, if your Discord has people who talk, then it's dope. Then if you have people who are all making manga, it's gonna suck. So, it's all down to y'all in the Discord. But, if you want to join the Discord, I think I have it in the link down below in the description. You can join it. I post things, sometimes. All that good stuff. But, yeah, go check it out. Make it live. If you're an interesting person and you love chatting with people, go try and do that. That's as best as I got. Well, that's cool. You're studying some of Kishimoto's art. Yeah, he has really good artwork. Like, so clean. Like, I don't know how to put it into words, but if I had to put it into words, it's a mood. It's a definite mood, and I'm hype on that. So good stuff to Kishimoto. So yeah, this is the action scenes. I love this scene. Like, I love hold on. Let's see what happens when I zoom in. Specifically, like this panel on the right, where he's getting slammed into the locker. Like this one of those panels that you draw and you wonder, did you draw them? Because it's just like, it's an outer body experience. And I just love it. It's just it's one of my favorite panels in all of this whole thing. I think I did a really good job. But you know what's funny? I'm going to ink it and I'll be like, oh man, what happened to all the good pencils? What's this? Oh my God, no. Alright, so, and then we did this other action piece here. And then I think, yeah, once this scene ends, then I'll stop for now. Let's go to the next page. Yeah, and then we have this. I think I could work a little bit more on the characters' faces and expressions, trying to make it a little bit more similar. But I think most of it goes through well here. Yeah, I like it for the most part. I think it's pretty good for now. So that's where we're at. I think it's page 43, 42. There's a lot more going on, but I want to move on to, you know, the next part of things. Hold on. This song is so slow. It's a little too slow. Okay. So yeah, I want to move on to the next part of things. You know, I enjoyed chatting about the manga, but the manga's happening. Hopefully, the plan is to have it out before the end of the year. And I'll let you guys know now, there will be like some special edition stuff for it. So if you're interested in that, just take a look out for it on my Instagram. That's where I usually post stuff. Or sometimes my Facebook or my Twitter. Check those out. They'll be all out there because it'll be like super duper limited. But the book will be there as well. So yeah, I think that's about it that I have. Did you message retracted? Gasp. Did you watch Platinum of the End? Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We got a segment coming up talking about Platinum of the End. I'm just getting through everything first. Slow it down. And thank you, Jonas. I appreciate that. I'm glad you love the videos. I love making them. I want to get better at making them for you guys and hopefully key into a lot of the things that you want to hear. Yeah, that sort of thing. So definitely keep a lookout for them. I have a couple of good ones lined up. I have like some other things I want to try as well. Just personal projects, so we'll see. There's not a lot of time in the day. Like there needs to be like 24 hours. What I do is ink directly from the first draft. It's a common practice. Oh my gosh, Drastic Daniel is a daredevil, y'all. Put that out for Drastic Daniel. That's wild. I mean, I get it. If you feel skilled enough to do that, I commend you. I commend you doing that. That's really that's difficult. I couldn't do it. Couldn't be me. I'm too scared. Even if I'm doing it digitally, I have to have like some type of guide before I like just jump into it. And I mean, especially if you're doing it traditionally. If you do it traditionally, off jump, you are a mad person. I don't know how you do it. I don't know where you get that bravery from, but can you please give some to me? Because I know that I need it. That's really cool. Kudos to you. All right. So let's see. Now we have about like 30 minutes into the stream. I want to start chatting about like some of my experience after my last weekend, because I don't know, some of y'all might check the community tab. In the community tab, I usually put like after a big event or a weekend thing, I've been tabling. So I've been tabling for approximately a month and 19 days at this point. And the growth from when I started to where I am is insane. Because I started... Do you do traditional? Y'all all traditional? I need to make a video on that, like how to make manga traditionally. I promised you guys that, so I gotta put that on the list. And go over that a little bit more. But yeah, so the growth has been like really insane, and I've learned a lot about like, you know, That's a little loud. I've learned a lot about like how to sell your manga, and I know a lot of people because I talked to some other people the other day, and something that came up was like the idea of, you know, when you have your publisher, you don't have to think too much about like how to sell your manga, and I think that's good. It helps you in one way because it allows you to create more. It allows you to not have to think so much about how are you going to get people to buy the thing that you made. But I think also, I think a vid. Ooh, so like, ooh, I like that. So maybe I'll put it in the what's the word? In the community tab, and I'll put like a link where you can upload stuff that you're working on, and then we'll have like a critique stream, and then I'll talk about things, and I'll give you like some time to do that. That'd be super cool. I like that idea. Thank you. Let me write that down. Critique streams. All right, nice. That's really dope. I like that. If you guys have any other ideas for what I could add to the stream or whatever, just, you know, drop it in the chat. That's super dope. Oh, and that brings me back to the birthday manga bash. So on the birthday manga bash, we're gonna have like a live stream of critiquing your work. Now, exactly how that's going to work, not super sure at this moment, but just know that at some point I'm going to try, hopefully. I don't know how many people are going to enter. I don't even know how many people are registered right now. So I have to check. You're going to have like your work read and, you know, like talked about and debated. So thank you for that. Thank you for that idea, Jonas. Appreciate it. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So back to the idea of having like a publisher get your stuff out. But I think it's also important to understand like how to sell your book, because what happens is when there's, and I don't know if this is true in all cases, but when you take out the middleman, in some instances you make more money. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But I think there's a cost, there's like a cost benefit analysis on like what a publisher can do for you and what you can do for yourself, and it can be a lot harder, I'll tell you that, to try and push your own book by yourself, because you are just a person. You have to think about like how to refine your pitch. Why would people buy your book versus anybody else's book? Where are you in terms of like area? Are you at a convention? Are you by yourself? Are you the only one doing the thing that you're doing? See, now this is where my mind is at, because I don't have a publisher. I'm thinking about how do I sell my book, because I want to make a video, y'all. I want to make a video on teaching you guys like how to make money from your manga, because that's the biggest part about making manga, or the hardest part. If you don't have money, you can't make manga. So I'm working on a video that's going to talk all about that, and ways you can do that. So be on the lookout for that. I have it in the pantheon of things. It's just I don't have time. So I need somebody to do one of two things. Either teach me how to do shadow clone jutsu, or figure out a way for me to move. Actually, no, three things. Either that, figure out for me to move super fast, like the Flash, or stop time, specifically for me, and doesn't affect anybody else. Wait, no, actually stop time for everybody. Because if you don't stop time for everybody, I'm the only one who stops time, and then everybody gonna be old as fuck when I'm done, because I'm gonna take a really long time. Or, fourth one, I got another one. Make a hyperbolic time chamber. Bam! I like that one. But make it a little bit more interesting. I don't want to be in a white void. Might drive me crazy. So whoever can do that first, you know, let me know. I got like $5 for you. All right, $5.50. It's as high as I could go. $5.50. That's about it. Just so you know. That's it. That's all I got. But yeah. So that's where my mind has been like in terms of tabling. Because I've been thinking about like how can I talk about my book and what does my book mean? And that's the next video I want to talk about, like having something to say. I think that's really important. Just wanted to ask if you make a living for your art. I'm working on making a living for my art. It's not a hobby. I'm taking this thing like really seriously. It's okay. So one of the things I would recommend is definitely save up your money. Saving up your money is super important, because the initial costs of starting this are very expensive. For example, like for me personally, like my branding and getting all those initial materials, like my poster, the books, making the prints, making business cards, any of this like merchandise, which I was trying to sell my shirts and hoodies. If you're interested, I don't know if I don't really want to sell them. It's really for me. Nobody should have them. They're mine. All those upfront costs are a lot. So if you can save up you need to figure out how much that's going to cost and how much you need to save from the job that you're at before you can just dive into this sort of thing. That's what I would recommend, to do it the safe way. Not everyone has the fortunate, ability to do that way. So that's just something I just wanted to put out there. It's not easy, definitely starting out. Research these things and start slowly, like start making stuff. That's another reason why I want everyone to also join the manga bash and make something like really great, because I want you to have a manga. It's okay. Peace, Anurag. Thanks for joining. That's why I want everybody to make something for the contest, because then you have something. When you have something, most powerful thing in the world, you have something. You are far beyond everybody else who is just keeping it in their head. Because the difference between you and the difference between somebody else who might be doing what you already want to do is the fact that they are just doing it. So it's just execution. So, that sort of mindset. So, that's where I'm at in terms of thinking about like how to like really like bring this forward. Just know it's not easy. Definitely will be in the red for a while. I'll be honest with you, still in the red, but you gotta be creative. Think about different ways. Have other people bounce ideas off of them. I have like my best friend. He's my idea man. Like, shout outs to him. He knows who he is. I'd be asking him for ideas like all the time, and like thinking about like what works, saying my crazy ideas, because I'd come up with some crazy ideas, y'all. And people would be like, I don't know if you should do that. Anyways, but just know that having like a support system and a team is definitely helpful too. Doing it by yourself is almost impossible, unless you're like, I don't even know. I wouldn't do it by myself. I'm glad I have the people in my life to help me get to where I am. So that's that's a whole spiel. Oh my god, I went totally off topic. But thank you for the question. So yeah, I've been thinking about that in my mind, like how to better sell my book. Because when you can better sell your book to someone, you make more money. That's all I'm going to say for that. I'm going to expand more in that video. But you get like way more, and you can get way more. You just got to be like, I don't know if you guys seen the movie, but like Wolf of Wall Street is a good movie. And in terms of like, not the lesson you get from the character, but in the movie he says like, sell me this pen. And you have to figure out a way to sell this pen to this man. And your pen in this example is your manga. And figuring out like ways that it'll work, what strategies can you use, and then you start getting creative, and then you start looking what other people are doing, and then you get ideas from that, and then it just extrapolates. So that's where I am. Now, what happened last weekend? I know some of you saw in the community panel and whatevers, but your boy was at Baltimore Comic Con. See, I was V'd up. Like, I don't have I need to make more V'd up shirts for myself so I can put them in different places. But your boy was V'd up. I was wearing the V2s. That's what I'm calling it. When you got the armband, that's the V2s. And then like when you get like it on the other sleeve, you have like the V3s. And then when like you have it on like your whole body, that's gonna be the V4s. And then like when you do it like in your eyes, then you're gonna be like, that's the V5. Okay, that's enough. But yeah, so this was the table that I had at the convention. Oh, yo, let me show y'all. Let me see. Baltimore Comic Con. Because I want to show you guys, like, the story needs to be prefaced with something. Hold on. Let me see. Exhibit hall map. There we go. So, can I zoom in a little bit? All right, perfect. So this is the exhibit hall map. Now, this was really difficult because I can't like edit this. Hold on. Actually, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to take a picture. Boom. And then let's see if we can open up Clip Studio. You guys are going to see all my stuff. This is the Spider-Man drawing that I worked on the other day. It was a print that I made for the con. But let's see. Let's make a new file. Let's invert it. I'm just going to call it the map for right now. Let's import. And then boom. Did it go? No. Sometimes it does that. I don't know why. Sometimes even when you click the photo, it doesn't go in. All right, perfect. All right, so we're in here, right? So this is Baltimore Comic Con, the map. I needed it here because I need to draw on it. I could have done that another way. I'm very... See, this is what I'm talking about. Make things simple, y'all. See, I could have just went into my pictures and then messed around with that. But I decided that I wanted to go into Clip Studio. You don't need to do all this. But I like being complicated. See, I'm learning. Let me use a brighter color. You guys. All right. So the problem was during the con, before anything started, before I even got to the table, I started late, so I got last pickings, which in the end didn't end up too bad, but it was very difficult. So what happened? Hold on. All right. Was the show entrance. Let's make this a little thicker. Everybody had to enter over here. So since everyone had to enter over here, it's cool. You would think your boy is maybe somewhere around here, maybe somewhere around here. Nope, he was nowhere around there. Where I was all the way over here. And now the problem is that in this area right here, was like the dealer's hall. So this is where like you buy all the stuff. Like you get the comics. You could get what else could you get? You could get the comics. You could get figurines. All your money, all the dollars. Hold on, all the money is being spent. Like eyeballs here. Oh, hold on. Let me draw eyeballs. Eyeballs here. Eyeballs here. Oh, that doesn't look like eyeballs. Whoops. Anyways, so it's just like everyone here is like spending their money. Now, over on this side, I feel like I'm like doing a play for like football or something. So over here on this area, along the area, everybody who's along the side here is Artist Alley. These are all people who are the people who are here, like me. Oh wait, hold on. All right. Now, the people who are coming from here, their money needs to stay with them. Hold on. Let's do a different color for the money. Their money needs to stay with them so long that they make it to me. Now, my question to you is, how do you get people from the entrance to come all the way to you in the back? Now, there were a few things that I did not know while looking at this map that you can see right here. So, the idea was, and I think this is how they planned it out for the con to like sort of balance it out, like having people have to go this way, is on this side, they had food. And that was pretty good in terms of like trying to get the traffic to go. That's the only reason that would give them, because this area right here was like wide open. It's like a wide open food area, which was really cool. But, you know, it's really hard when you have to deal with this part. So, what did your boy do? What did I do to get the people from the show entrance to get to him to have somewhat of a successful weekend? So, I initiated Plan F. My beautiful, lovely helper, Celeste, helping me the whole weekend. So, as you can see on this sign, it says how to win a free figure. Are we good on the stream? All right, we're good. It says, ask me how to win a free figure. So, during the weekend, I put in a bunch of money to give away free figurines because I needed people to want to come back. So, a lot of the idea was like, and a lot of people who's probably on the stream right now. The way it would work is you'd enter the raffle, and you would, what's the word? You'd follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram. That'd get you a ticket. If you bought any of the prints, if you bought a book, that would get you extra tickets. So that's basically what I did to pull people over to my table. And for the most part, I mean, I don't know what we started with in terms of numbers, because I didn't really do, but I think after the weekend was done, like, there were 100 new of you guys who came through to the channel, and like even more on Instagram. I didn't really properly count the numbers, and I have to do that next time. But yeah, so that's how we were fighting this traffic idea, because the other problem is, like, this is not also an issue, but I'm also competing against everybody here who's also trying to sell their art. So it's like even more competition. And then the thing that happened was, hold on. Whew. I need a break. Give me just some water. So that's what at least helped me get the people over initially. Now, the next part was trying to figure out how I was going to communicate with them. So during the con, because COVID's a thing, everybody had to wear masks. And for me to be safe, I wore a double mask. But the problem is when you wear masks in general, double or not, or regular, your voice doesn't project as much. So what your boy did, smartest thing, star of the con, I got a mic. Bluetooth mic. It allowed me to not have to speak too loud or like strain my voice, but it also was good at getting anybody's attention who walked past or could hear it. It's a very important tool using to get like people to come over or listen, or even when like I was explaining my story or how it went. So that was another important thing. Now, in terms of how it went, the first day was really cool. It was quick. It felt like a shotgun day. Like, everything was happening really fast, really quick, and it was great. It was a learning experience. So it started up. We started to put all the stuff out, like you can see here, and let's see. Oh, there's my beautiful helper. Appreciate her. So this is all the stuff I was talking about initially. Like, for example, to get this stand costs money. To get this table banner costs money. To get any of the books, to get the things that it's on costs money. That little figurine that I was giving away costs money. So just think about all those things, understand those costs, and you'll be able to like better, do the thing, if that makes sense. All right. So let's see. So yeah, this is us. Made sure, I think it's like the only picture we got together this weekend at the event, and you see like where we are to give you a better idea of how things were. So cool thing that I didn't even think about during the con was that people, because I mean, when's the last time any of us have been to a con? People will ask for commissions. So one of the things in asking for a commission is that you need to have art materials. And guess who didn't have art materials? Your boy didn't have art materials. So I had to ask my neighbor. He was so nice. Ruben Rosas. He was super dope, and I appreciated him. He lent me a pencil, and then I luckily had like a Sharpie, and I did this commission for this dude. He commissioned me, and going forward, if I go to any other events and people want commissions, I have like a little bit of an idea about how I want to go about it. So that's also another way you can like supplement. Besides just having a manga, you can also do commissions or fan art type of thing to think about. This is the dude. Appreciate him. Hit me with it real quick. I was just so shocked. Took me about like an hour. Yeah. So that's how the day went. The problem. Oh, and then there's Spidey. So the problem with Friday was that during Friday, I did the worst I've ever done. I'm gonna be honest. So I have a goal. I'll tell you guys my goal. My goal is that every time I go out to table or I go out to an event, my goal is to have at least 8 books sold. I have my reasons for why I choose 8. It's my little arbitrary number, but 8 books. So for that day, I was only able to sell 4 books. Now, my lesson to you about that is when you feel like things are going bad, don't give up. Because things will test your will. Some days you will do amazing. Some days you will do horrible. But it's the days you do horrible that really test like whether or not you're really like built for this or really want to be a part of like, you know, this thing. Because it will happen. You will have a day. Like before when I first started, I'll talk about that in another time. But like when we first started, like we well went the first 3 times that we did events went way beyond the expectation of 8. And that was great. But the problem is, like, after going, like, through that and then seeing this day, you think when you go to a convention, right, you'd make mad bread. You'd be like, oh, I'd be killing it right now. I'd be, like, amazing. But what happens is you are in competition with other people. And thus, you are also competing for that attention. And also, I guess, one of the other things, and let me put this to the side. Everybody at the con was amazing. They were so loving, very supportive. It was my first time. I really appreciated everybody. If you are watching this stream now and you are from Baltimore Comic Con, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You gave me a lot of insight, gave me a lot of support, and I really appreciated that. So if you go to your first con, people definitely talk to the other creators. Take your time. I know it's a balancing act, like time management. Balancing like working your table versus like going to see everybody else and like, you know, that whole act. But I really appreciate everybody and their time that they took to like, especially one of my neighbors, Steve, with Steve Messenger Art. Go check him out. His art is like dope. He was super awesome coming to like just check on me, say hi to me. I really appreciated that. That was just I was so much. Ruben Rosas, my neighbor, he was dope. Check out his art. Like, I wish I drew women the way he drew women. That's all I gotta say. But he was amazing. And then all my other neighbors that were around me, in that area, because we were all, you know, dealing with that similar issue. And I just really appreciate them for that. So they really made my weekend amazing. So Friday was really hard, but they tried to tell me, you know, Friday's the day where people aren't like trying to buy, they're trying to see and come back for tomorrow. And so I held on to that hope. But what we also did was, if things aren't working, there's a reason and you have to make changes. If you keep doing the same thing and it's not working, I promise you, you will get the same results. And so what me and my partner did, we went back to the hotel room and then we thought about the book. Because something I learned from my time in Comic Con is like how you pitch. You know, like pitchers throw different pitches. If you threw the same pitch as a pitcher, you probably would get hit with home runs all the time. You got to change your approach. So what we did is we broke down the book down to its bare elements, and then we restructured how we pitched the book, which is very important. We needed to figure out how we could better reach the people with the book, because I feel my book has a lot of different messages and ideas that can reach people, but if I'm not using the correct words, I can't get that to them. So that's one of the things you want to think about. Okay, that's a little too much. You want to think about like how you're getting that message to them, because that's super important. You want people to actually read your book, but maybe if you don't say the words right or you don't properly project what it's about, they won't read it. And the idea comes up like, so Vandal, how do you do that? How do you do that? The idea of doing that comes with, you have to have a third eye. It sounds crazy, but you need, over time, like if you decide to table or you table more and you interact with people, you're going to understand how people act and respond, and you'll understand age demographics, and you'll understand how to talk to those certain ages. Certain ages want to hear certain things, so you have to play to what they want to hear. So that's all I'll say for now. Research that, and then you'll figure out better pitches for your book. 1 second. Whew. I feel like I'm doing like a lot of talking today. So we waited for Saturday. After we did like our new attack plan, figuring out how we're gonna get people. Let me see if I find the photo of what happened. So day 2 happened. Oh my god, so the end of day 1. Let me talk about like somebody who's like really dope. So this dude right here. This is so, hold on. I don't like the way this looks. All right, there we go. There we go. So this dude, he bought like so much stuff at the table. I was so happy. He taught me so much. You should definitely check him out. I gotta put his like thing somewhere. He talks about like whole types of cryptocurrencies and all this other stuff. He knows so much. He's like really dope. I appreciated his time. He came to check on me. Him and his partner, they were also tabling at the con, and he like really liked my stuff. So this is like some of the. I'm gonna show you some of the people who were there. I appreciate them. They're all on my Instagram. But I just have like little stories. So like he would come. He even dressed up as Way of the House Husband. It was really cool. So then Saturday came, and then oh my god, I gotta talk about my guy right here. So my guy right here, his name is Clay Droid on Instagram. He makes like these really cool and cute like figurines, if you can see nicely. Like he does like this gotcha style type thing, and it was like really cool. I got like 2. I have like one. I gave one to my friend as a gift, but like these are so hard, he says, that like if you throw them at the ground, you pray for the ground. That's how hard he made them. So it's like really cool. He makes like this really awesome art. Clay Droid, check him out on Instagram. Super dope. But yeah, he bought some of the Spider-Man prints. It was super, super awesome. Wait, who's saying hello? Hey there, young Rana. What's up? So I appreciate him. You got like the print, and like he came to check up on me, and his table's energy was on 1,000, and they were so nice. One of his friends like baked a whole tray of brownies, and it was just a lot of brownies. So much. Like I don't even have I'm mad I didn't take a picture. It was just so much. It could have fed like a whole block. It was so much, but I really appreciated it, and it was really dope. It was really awesome. So definitely go check his stuff out. Like his stuff is so good. Like I can't work with Clay, but he works with Clay really well. So what happened? I'll show you some other people from that day. But what happened is my neighbor moved. And increased, and nobody else moved in this space because I waited for a little bit before actually going to like join the tables, but we got 2 tables, and that made a world of difference having 2 tables. Like I was shocked. I was just like, oh my god, this is like it was really awesome having 2 tables. So we still continued on with the raffle idea, getting people to come, and it was really dope. The turnout was really amazing. I don't have any pictures to show you. I'll make like a dedicated video to this like when we reach a goal, because I want to properly tell the story. I'm just like bouncing all over the place. I want it to be a little bit more structured next time. But yeah, it went really well. We had all this stuff here on the table. We had people coming through. We had interviews. If one thing I could tell you about like conventions is that when you go to a convention, you're not just selling your book. You're also networking. You're getting to know other artists. You're getting other people to see your work. And then they get to know you. And then you guys, it's just like this whole interweaving web. I really want to say that like social media is basically just real life. You just don't see it if you're not like super social. But like when you start like tabling and seeing all of like all these people, you start like getting like the ideas like, oh, this is how things connect and how everything is sort of connected. So you get that. So let me see. This is like one of the turnouts, because I know I have to get to talking about the anime, so I'm gonna keep it brief. So this was the turnout for, I think this was Sunday. Yeah, we'll save the other stories for later. So this was the turnout for the Sunday. So this, I think, was even bigger than Saturday. So it was super duper dope. Had all these people out here. It was so awesome. It was great. We gave away, what did we give away? They didn't put it out. I gave away some special editions of Note, and I also gave away some prints and also the figures. So some of the winners of the figures, Do I have them here? Yeah, I have one of the winners here. This dude, the guy we were talking about earlier, he won. It was a small turnout. Only like a few people came, so it was like easy pickings. Make sure you show up. If somebody tells you a time for something, try and not forget. You could easily win something. So many people missed out. Our next winner was this guy. These two guys, they were friends. Oh my god, and they won again the next day. Hold on, where'd they go? I had a picture with them. Did I put it up? Here we go. Yeah, I was giving away like this Dragon Ball figure. Hold on, let me show you guys. Yeah, I was giving away this Dragon Ball figure. These guys were so excited. They were having so much fun. It was really dope. And this was like the limited edition of Note. Came with like a little keychain thing. It was a cute little chibi thing. I made it for the initial run, but then I had like a bunch of extras, so I guess I was like, let me just give it away. So yeah, that is super dope. And then our last winner was the Spider-Man figure that I gave away as well. So if you ever see me at a con giving away, or you ever see a free figure sign that looks like that one, know I'm there and know it's gonna be something good. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, and then we had like a whole bunch of other people. The weekend overall was like just really great. Finished strong. I had a great time. I met so many great people. I learned so many things about how to sell your manga to people, how to get into their hands and stuff. I mean, there's so much more I want to talk about. But if you guys want to hear the rest of that, I might do that in like a special thing. I'm gonna do it for myself anyways, because I really want to have like this memory like all collaged together. It was really important to me. Definitely my first ever con going to table. I've never done that before, so I mean, especially in the midst of all of this, like it might have been even crazier like pre-pandemic. I don't know, but I'm just really happy and excited to see what's next. I do have an event, but it's local this weekend for Halloween tomorrow. If you happen to be in the Brooklyn area in Prospect Park, come check me out or check it out on the Instagram. I put it up there. So that was the event. I mean, that was like a TL. What was it? Too long wasn't there. TLWT of what happened during the con. I don't know, man. I can't really put into words how great it was. It was just definitely an experience that if you're interested in tabling, definitely try. Go and table out there. Go try and put your artwork out there. Welcome back, Anurag. That was some really quick studying. Did you really study? Definitely go out there. Try everything. Throw it at the wall. Something will stick. And don't. And this is something that maybe I'll talk about a little bit more on another video. That's something that I specifically suffer with. The idea of like your art being good enough to being sold. There is a threshold for that, but I would just say try. First try and then get that feedback. Don't take yourself out of the race before things have even started yet. Because what's going to happen is you won't know until you actually try. So try and put your artwork out there. Grab yourself a little dining table if your state or country or city allows it. I don't know. New York's a little bit different. So figure out the laws wherever you are and see what you can do. But put yourself and your work out there and you will be surprised what you get back. If that's the one thing you could take away from this long story, try to put yourself out there. I think you'll be surprised. Night River is like, oh, it's late by you. Oh, still the afternoon. But I appreciate you checking in on me so late as it is. We'll be right back. I'm gonna start talking about Platinum of the End and another anime that I was watching. So just give me a second and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. What's up, y'all? I had to take a little break because I want to make sure we finish on time. So the reason why you're all here is we have to talk about the fall anime, because I actually got to watch some after the whole con thing. I got a little bit of a break. I gave myself a nice little time off. I started watching some of the fall anime. I haven't watched all the things that you put on Arag, so I appreciate that. I watched Talked OP, the first episode, Platinum End. I haven't watched Miergo-chan, and then Mushoku Tensei Part 2. I haven't even seen Part 1, so I don't even know what that one's about. So I'll check those out when I have some time. And I guess we could talk a little bit about Demon Slayer, the Mugen Train arc. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about everything in the fall anime. I'm just going to talk about what I watched. But let's get to it. So, I don't know if I'm going to do a section or I'm going to cut this out. But, I'll start recording just in case. Who knows? I use it. If I don't, it goes in the garbage. Alright, so what's up, y'all? It's your boy Vandal, and I'm coming back to you with another video. And today we're going to be talking about, I don't know what exactly we're going to be talking about. What are we talking about, y'all? We're talking about Platinum of the End. So it's Platinum of the End. What is Platinum of the End? So let's go to it. So Platinum of the End is this anime. It has an anime now that is made from the creators of Death Note and Bakuman. So those two dudes made this thing called Platinum of the End, which is basically Death Note fused with Mirai Nikki. There are these 13 god apostles who are all fighting each other to become god, and that's the basis of it. And this main character basically wants to make everyone happy and free, whatever. And what it comes down to really is that, like, this show is really like it's really like Death Note in the sense that, like, the writer here seems to have, like, really loves, I think the writer of Death Note just enjoys sitting in their room and making rules, because there's a whole bunch of rules. I read the manga a little bit a while ago, so I got up to, like, volume 4. The pacing of this is going really fast. Apparently it's supposed to finish, so, like, you won't be left waiting for a season 2, but I just found it interesting. I was just like, oh, okay. So while you're watching it, it's like they have, like, these diamond things. Hold on, let me show you guys. So, like, you see, like, that little weapon that he has down there, how that looks. It's like an arrow, and one can make you fall in love, and then this white one here, it'll kill you instantly, but then the wings allow you to, like, fly away. There's a lot of rules, and then there's, like, how long does someone fall in love with you? I really think the creator just really enjoys making up, like, very elaborate, intricate rules. It's cool, though. I mean, do what you're gonna do. People like it. I enjoy it. So basically it's a battle between this main character and this other character, and they're fighting to become gods, so whatever can happen. I watched the anime, the first 3 episodes. I think, and this is just, and I was watching with my best friend too, so, like, I read the manga a really long time ago. What I remember from it, I enjoyed it, but, like, I wasn't as critical of it now because, it's been some time. Memories tend to, like, fade and go to different places. So when I was watching it now, I thought it was alright. I don't think the animation is godlike. I think it suffers from some of the problems that I talked about in My Hero. That the idea of, the idea of it being too bright. You see, like, even in this drawing, like you can see here, it's a bit too bright. I think that it could be a lot darker and a little bit more detailed, but I think I'm looking for a little bit more. I'm comparing it too much to Death Note, so it's kind of like you gotta balance how that works out. So I want it to be like that. I want it to look like that. I want it to be a little bit more detailed in certain areas, but for the most part, it's not too bad. I guess I'm giving it a pass because Death Note holds a little soft spot in my heart, so I'm a little biased. So take it for whatever it's worth. But I think the story is pretty fun, interesting. Of course, when you have, like, a battle royale manga like Mirai Nikki, certain things have to happen and certain things have to be. Until what series has it showing? It would be like 7.5. I mean, it just started. To rate it right now, I don't know what you could put it at. For for me, after the first 3 episodes, I would give it like maybe I think a 7.5 is actually fair for right now. It could go up. I think one of my other problems with it, besides like the color tone and how some of the scenes are made out to be, is the CG. Like this guy right here, hold on. This guy right here is our main antagonist for right now, and he wears this suit, and the suit is cool, but it just really takes you out because it's done in CG. And I wish it wasn't done in CG. I wish it was actually done as a regular, just animated drawing thing. And that's where that idea, it just costs more. I mean, it's just a cost-benefit analysis at that point. And I wish it wasn't. I wish it was more like, you know, that sort of thing. I don't know how to put it, but just wish it had more drawing anime, because I think it would be a lot more fun, especially since this is like a more action-oriented form of Death Note. Because Death Note could have easily been the same thing. It could have been Ryuk throwing like 13 Death Notes and then they had to figure out how to kill each other. That would have been interesting in its own right, but I guess this is how Platinum of the End was born, because that was about like Shinigamis and this one's more about like angels. They contrast each other in just various ways. They're two sides of a different coin. They just have like rules and what you can do and what you can't do, and this is more leaning towards action. But then the other thing is like it's supposed to be more adult, so it's like it's supposed to be like for older people. I mean, there's some suggestive scenes, so, and there's death, so, you know, and it's like violent death, you know, not like normal death kind of thing. So that's just something to think about, and like how it's portrayed. And I guess, I don't know, I kind of wish it was just a little bit more literally darker in tone and maybe animated a little bit more. But it's fun so far. I enjoy the characters, even though this main character right here is like your everyman. He's just, you know, that guy who wants to save the world. He wants to be that happiness. I mean, some like crazy messed up stuff happens to him, but, you know, he tries to make the world a better place, all that good stuff. He fights for good. And I don't know what the villain, like what his whole thing is about, but you find out eventually, and it's cool. I think I have like up to volume 13 right now. I don't know where it ends. I haven't read that far either. Kind of want to read, and, you know, spoil everything, and just like, not spoil everything for you guys, but for myself. Just spoil everything and just get right into it. And just be like, oh man, y'all messed up this scene. How could y'all do that? And just have myself have a worse viewing experience. But no, I'm not going to do that. So I think in terms of all of that, I think it's pretty cool. I hope it doesn't go the route of Mirai Nikki, because it's interesting that this dropped. And lately on YouTube, I've been watching a lot of videos talking about like why Mirai Nikki was bad. I watched that show. And that basically is a similar concept. I promise y'all, if you watch like just a little bit of Mirai Nikki, you'd be like, it's almost the same thing. The only thing that's a bit different, well, is the characters. It's kind of like when somebody passes you to copy their homework, and you copy it and you get this, and then you put your own little flair on it, and the teacher doesn't notice. But it's really there. But I didn't like the way Mirai Nikki ended because of the main character and choices he did not make, and it left a bad taste in my mouth. So I hope that this doesn't. I hope, because I don't know how it ends, but I hope that this main character is a bit better than that one. Because in Mirai Nikki, it was kind of like also a hybrid of Death Note, sorta, which was interesting because I guess it was like in the early 2000s when it dropped. And it was interesting because when it dropped in the early 2000s, it was like the death game was about like cell phones. So each person's cell phone could tell them a specific thing about the future or about someone related to something. So the main character could see events about himself. Somebody could see something about him. Somebody could see something that's related to the law or whatever it was. So everyone had a different thing. But if you broke their cell phone, they were out of the running and they died. And then things got really crazy towards the end where there were multiple universes and it got really confusing. And I don't know. One video that I did watch on like the creation of Mirai Nikki and why it was bad gave a good argument to why it was the way it was. And it reframed how I looked at it. It made me think about the main character a little bit differently. and the things that he wanted to do and how he ended up actually suffering, which I think was actually right. But I think when I watch things or consume media, I want that main character to, you know, win in the end. Because I guess a lot of the times, at least myself, I won't speak for everybody else, but like what I like to do is I like to put myself in the main character's shoes. Like, what I do, so I want to see them succeed. So I like that a lot of the times, and I didn't see that, and I think that's where that negative feedback came in. So for this main character, I don't know. I don't put myself in his shoes, but I understand his struggle, and I just hope the best for him and this series. I hope they get like some really cool Sakuga moments. I don't know if they will, because this is, I guess, being marketed more to an older crowd, and I don't know how much they care about those sort of things. So we'll see how that works out for this. I definitely am going to continue watching it. I'm glad I did. It's funny though, like just speaking of anime in general, I still haven't finished My Hero. So I got to go finish My Hero as well. This has nothing to do with that, but I'm just remembering that I haven't finished it because I really don't care. I don't care, but I have to finish it. Because next season, anyways, this is not that video about that. I'm talking about this. But yeah, Platinum at the end, definitely a cool thing, solid start. Fun if you're following the rules and you enjoy that sort of thing. If you're into that sort of thing, you know, definitely check it out. It's on Crunchyroll, I think. I don't know if it's on Funimation. But yeah, it's a really good time. Really cool characters. Really interesting premise. I wouldn't say it's original. I mean, it's original in a sense, like how things go. But like that idea of a death game seems to be really popular because, you know, it seems to have it's having that resurgence. I don't know if it's a resurgence or it's just a coincidence because Squid Games popped up, and then this popped up, and then oh my god! Even though it was last year, hold up, this has nothing to do with Platinum of the End. So if you've seen Squid Games, right? If you've seen Squid Games, cool, that's great. It was a great show. Nothing on it. Y'all need to watch Alice in Borderland. I don't even have words for that. That is how you do live action. Watch Alice in Borderland. That is the best live action anime I have ever watched in my entire life. No live action anime has come close. It does have a manga. It is really good. I think season 1 could have done with a few more episodes to help the pacing. Watch it. Excellent form of a death game. I think it blends. That is original in terms of like adding something to the death game genre that has not been added before, and it really has that really good mystery element because it hasn't fully laid out all of its cards. You can watch Alice in Borderland on Netflix. If it is in a country that you do not have, I am not sponsored by any of those VPN networks, so I will not say their names. But the day they do decide to, you know, sponsor me, I will put it in my YouTube videos, and you can use those that shall be not named right now until they sponsor me. You can watch it through there. But yeah, watch it. Please go watch it. It's so good. It's so sad. But I would also wait, because this is a slight spoiler, but wait for season 2. Just go watch season 2. When you see season 2, it's so that's my spiel on the death game genre. I feel like Platinum of the End will be great. I don't know if people are going to talk about it as much as they talked about like maybe Tokyo Revengers, but I think it's a really good story. A fun thing for people who might want to continue that little itch that maybe Death Note scratched for a lot of intro to anime watchers. This might be for them. I would definitely check it out. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed what I had to say, I'm just doing my outro. You know, subscribe, hit that like button, and hit that bell for notifications when you want to hear things that I have to say. But I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Boy. Alright. So, I don't know if I'm going to put that up. It was a whole rambly mess. Maybe I'll make like one day when we hit like a good amount of subs, a Patreon where I put up those. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that. I mean, if you're already in the stream, I don't know if you'd want to see that again or listen to it. I don't know. Let's see. So now we have to talk about the last thing of the day. All right, we're actually on time. I kind of like sped up parts because if I didn't speed through talking about Baltimore Comic Con, we would still be talking about Baltimore Comic Con. Hold on. Interesting. I have to still watch that. Like, I was surprised that it talked about time travel at all. I didn't know it was about time travel. So that was actually kind of interesting. So I'll definitely have to check that out. Let's see. Now we need to talk about Tact OP. Hold on, let me see if I can get that up. All right. So, hey there, everybody. It's your boy Vandal, and I'm coming back at you with another video. And I'm going to be talking about today is Tact OP. And I think it's actually pretty good. So, what is Tact OP? Tact OP, I think, is a original anime. I don't think this has a manga. Let me know if I'm wrong about that, but it doesn't. So basically, the premise of this idea is that in a world, hold on. In a world where music is outlawed, there are these things called D2s that kind of destroy the world when they hear music. So they created an orchestra army. Yeah, hold on. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, God. So they created an orchestra army where people have to fight against these D2 beasts or something like that. And when they do, things happen. Was that a good... I don't know. So basically, Tact OP is this original anime that's following these three characters. You only see two here. I don't actually know their names off the top of my head. But I think it was made... Was it by Mappa Studio? I don't know, but whoever animated this, the animation for this was just like through the roof. It was excellent. Like, it was amazing in terms of like quality and how it was moving. That's the best I can say about it. And the premise itself was kind of interesting. I think some direction changes in terms of how the story was ordered could have done with a little bit more, what's the word? With a little bit more tact. Okay, no. But yeah, so the premise is about music, and he's like an orchestra person, and you don't really get all of the details off jump. You get a lot of cool action scenes, like I was talking about earlier. People love action scenes, and I have to say that it did the action scenes very well when it came to this. So, with Tact OP, I think it's pretty cool in the animation department. I think the story could have used work. I mean, I've only seen the first 2 episodes. Well, 2 and an eighth. I haven't seen the second episode, so I'm really just basing it off of the first episode. However, I think they did a good job in terms of the characters. Not like a super good job, but like enough job that I like kind of want to get to know them a little bit more, and I like them for the most part. I had no dislike. The girl right here is basically like, you know, like when you play a JRPG, there's like this one girl who's just basically the weapon, but really cute, but also eats a lot trope. I don't even know what you would call that trope, but she definitely fits into that trope. And the guy is her partner, and they basically fight together, and it's cool because I don't know why they haven't explained it yet. Maybe they'll explain it later in the show, but his arm disappears, and he does like these cool like stances, and it adds like some really hype. And then he gets like, you know, the guy who leads the orchestra, he starts doing that, and then he starts like moving her around, and then she starts moving, and then it gets really crazy and cool. His obsession is basically like he's just a music nut. He loves music. Detailings importantly are needed. Also, yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Like the second episode will definitely pick up. It did pick up. I wish something that happens in episode 2 is that we get the backstory of the main guy. I wish we got that in the beginning of the first episode. It would have helped explain a lot more it would have helped explain a lot more about the character and why the things that were happening in the first episode were happening. Because things sort of kind of just happen, and it's just like, I wish there was a bit more explanation on that point. It looked great, but it didn't. It just left me confused, and I personally don't like being confused. I think as a writer, you should focus a lot more on getting your idea across as quickly and as efficiently as possible, so I understand everything that is going on. Because I understand there's this thing that writers like to do, and I think it's good sometimes, is to like hide things from the reader and make them, want to know more. And I think that's good in some places, but like, I think sometimes showing your hand in some places earlier will do you way better and keep your reader more invested and interested, because they'll be able to follow along. When they're able to follow along, I think they're more engaged, and it creates for a better experience. So that's what I personally think. I mean, that doesn't work for every story, and it doesn't necessarily need to work for this story, but I think it could have done that. The characters, and then there's a third character. She's not in the in this banner picture right here, but she's the person who basically is like the glue of their crew, because apparently they have this goal to get to New York, I guess to play some music there, or they're looking for something. I don't know what it is, but the girl's goal, right here in the red, her goal is to destroy all of the D2s. The guy's goal is to just play music, and we kind of get to watch them like intermingle. I like that. Also, the setting is like in a different place. It's like in America. And not to say that it's just in America, it could have been anywhere, but like, it's cool that they're trying to play with like different places and how that works and like their journey. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Cowboy Bebop in that sense, like having like a ragtag team of just random people put together for some reason, journeying to do X, Y, and Z. It kind of reminds me of that in that sense, and I think that's really cool. I like the use of music when it pops off. How it's classical, and I think that adds a really cool element to the theming of all of this. And I'm curious to see like more about like these warriors with the music, because there's apparently supposed to be more of them in different ones. So will they ever fight each other? What does that look like? Apparently the main character is using his life force. How much of his life force does he use? Because they brought it up, I'm just curious as to how much that will look like. So just thinking about those sort of things in here, I think it was definitely like, if I was going off of looks, this shit gets a 10. But if I'm going on story, just in the beginning, it was kind of weak. But 2 more episodes in, I'll give you guys like my review when I do the next stream or whatever. So you can check out like if it got better, or you should not really be watching at all. So I think that's some of the things I took away from it. Make sure you're telling your audience like things in the beginning that so they know they're not confused. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I was confused. If you're not confused, let me know in the comment section, because maybe it was just me. Maybe it's just a me thing. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, okay. Just don't, I don't condone going to pirated websites. Go to Crunchyroll or anywhere where it's streamed. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, so definitely check it out. I think it's a good anime. For now, we'll see. Maybe I'll change. I get a little bit more cynical. They probably also caught me on a good day, because I wasn't as on it, because I was relaxing after the con and I was just chilling with my best friend. So it depends. It's up to you. Go check it out. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have for this part of the video. If you liked anything I have to say, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, like the video if you liked it, and then, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Boy. Oh, wait, hold on. Boy. All right, so we're done those sections. And that's pretty much like the anime I'm going to be watching for this season, and finishing up My Hero. Oh, and then I guess I won't make a video on this, but we'll talk about a little bit of the Demon Slayer. I haven't even watched it. Demon Slayer Mugen Train made a mini arc, and you gotta wait for the second half in like December. And I'm just I don't know. I'm alright. I doubt that I'm gonna watch it, but I doubt there's much you could put in there that wasn't already in the movie that's that interesting. I know the first episode I think was a little bit different, but they're supposed to add a few more things. But I'm just like, y'all really milking this. But whatever, money talks, right? And people walk. It rhymes. I don't know. So I haven't really seen it, but I'll check it out. And I'll check some of those other things that you recommended in the stream, Anurag. I appreciate it. So let's see. Closing thoughts, ideas going forward. The next stream is going to be around Thanksgiving. I know it's the worst time, but that's like the most time I have. Oh, some other cool things that are happening. Look out for another stream. I'm going to be collaborating with another artist who has like a card game, and we're going to play it on stream. So if you're interested in seeing that, be on the lookout for that. I'll be coming out with another video real soon. So be patient for the November's first video. It should be dropping. I think it'll have to deal with like the content of your manga. I think it's something along the lines of have something to say. And I really want to go into that because I think that's very important. Your message in your manga means a lot. In terms of streams, there will be... What's going on outside? Are they playing music? So in terms of other streams, there will be like some working on Besieger streams. So if you want to just pop in, I probably won't be as interactive as I am here during the monthly stream, but just come say hi, check out the work as it's being done. So look out for that when it happens. I'm not going to really like say it like that. I think that's about it for now. Definitely more videos are coming. Definitely more stuff is coming. I appreciate a lot of you. I didn't even get to really talk about the com, but that'll definitely be it. We are almost, if you see at the bottom, right? We're almost at 1,500 subs. I am so shocked. We're like, my goal for the channel is to get to 2,000 before the end of the year. I don't know how we're going to do that. We have November. We also have December. I want to be at 2K before the year ends. That will be, I want to be at 2022 subs. All right, boom. I want to be at 2022 subs at December 31st at 11:59. I hope I can get there. That's going to be crazy. I would like that. Random goal I just thought of. I like that idea. Nice way to bring in the year. But if you make it 2023, I'm going to be mad at you. If you're the 2023rd sub, mad, angry, you will see my wrath. And thank you for all the people who comment on any of the videos. I see them. I try to respond to as many as I can. When I can. If I take some time and you see one a week later, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to manage, like, trying to get this manga finished, trying to get the artwork out there. If you're interested in supporting in any and all ways, you know, sharing the videos help. Sharing my artwork helps. Appreciate anything you do. Coming to this stream is really amazing. I'm really happy about like a lot of the way things are going. If you have any suggestions in terms of like maybe videos you'd like to see, or topics I should talk about, or things I should do on stream, let me know. Also, if you're interested in my gaming streams that never almost happen because I have no time, but when they do, you can follow me on Twitch as well. I think I put in the link down below if you're interested in that sort of thing. But yeah, let's see. We could just chill out in the stream for a little bit. If anything comes to me, I'll let you know. Maybe I'll draw it out for like the last 16 minutes. So remember, also check out the manga birthday bash. Jesus Christ, why is your music so loud? But yeah, you can check out the manga bash at vandalmarchand.com. Definitely check it out. It'll be really awesome for anybody who is interested in taking their manga game to the next level. Now let me see if there's a page I am working on. Yeah, I'll work on this page a little bit. So yeah, I'll draw it to the stream if you're there. Oh my god, lost focus. Yeah, I'm gonna draw it to the stream. And then if you got anything else, any well wishes, any ideas, we'll talk about them. And yeah, we'll let it flow. Hey there. Caught at the tail end of the stream. How you doing, Nicholas? I know. I usually start the streams at 12. So, like, if you ever see it, I try to tell everybody in advance, like, early as possible. But, you know, sometimes everyone's busy with life or it just doesn't get to the right people when it's supposed to. So, yeah. But I always do at least one thing. I do the streams once a month. So always be on the lookout. The next one should be on the 27th. I know people should be busy. I didn't even send it out to everybody on the email list. Oops. That's my fault. That's what happens when you can't clone yourself. It sucks. But yeah. But thanks for coming through anyways. I'm gonna be here for a little bit. I did a whole lot of talking, so if you want to see the other parts in the beginning, you can check it out. But yeah. Oh, that's also true. Okay, that makes sense. But I still appreciate you coming through. That's also a thing. Like people's time zones being different. It's impossible to find like what time is it in France? But it's impossible to find like that right. The hour that works for everyone. Am I interesting? That's cool. I'm hyped that if you found this on your recommended. Well, I'm a mangaka and I make manga and I teach other people how to do that. So if you're interested, I'm working on my manga right now called Besieger. Yeah. Whew. I like this song though. I'm working on one of the final pages towards the end. Yeah, I know people usually catch the VODs, which is cool. This one was pretty cool. I talked a lot about different stuff, like stuff I've been up to, the contest that we're running. Oh, it's late. That's cool though. Let's give him a little bit more. Oh, that's dope. Nice to meet you, Try to Epic. Hey, that's awesome, Nicholas. Can't wait to see what you make. So wait, try to Epic, you make manga? That's dope. I'd love to see your stuff. If you're interested, you can join the Discord. I think there's a link here, but yeah. Okay, let's see. All right, dope. And if you're interested, I am running this contest called the Birthday Manga Bash. It's where I'm trying to get like creators to make manga and post up their stuff. If you're interested, you can check out vandalmarchand.com. We're running it, and I'll join. There's some big things. What am I aiming for? Like, what is the genre of the manga that I'm making? Right now, the genre that I'm making is shonen. Hentai, if my artwork was great, maybe I'd make some hentai. But nah, that's not my thing. Seinen, potentially. But right now, I'm just aiming to finish this one shot that I'm working on. I'm towards the end of it, and I added a few more pages because I was like, I don't want to, I was treating this like it was made for the Shonen Jump contest, but I was like, I don't have those limitations. Let me add a few more things, to make it a little bit more interesting. All right. I think people are just having fun outside with their horns. 'Cause people are just honking. I'm so confused as to why something's going on outside. Oh, wrong layer. All right, so let me get you that. Let's see. So the contest is here. Contest. And then let me get you the Discord link. How long did you take to make it? To make this manga, I took way too long. Like, I've been going at it, like, literally at a snail's pace. I could have banged this out in, again, another 4 months. But with all the things that I've been doing, it's just been taking so much time. So it's taken me, like, a year. It did not need to take a year, though. I tell you that much right now. And then here is the link. Let me get out of Discord because it's gonna make noise. Discord link. Boom. There you go. Because initially I had made this for the Shonen Jump competition. So I had started this like a while ago. The amount of pages I have, I think, right now is like 55. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, Is this a pace breaker? 50, 51, 52, 53. I think 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. 58 pages. Yes, you must move faster. Move faster, Nicholas. So it's about 58 pages right now. Might be a little bit more, might be a little bit less. But I'm going to be putting it out soon. I just got to figure out the platform I'm going to put it on. If I do that, I have to... Oh, all right. Well, it's all right. If you're interested, sub to the channel, talk to me here. I see. Hey, appreciate you joining the Discord. Ooh. I know we're extending the stream a little bit. Probably for like another 30 or so minutes. Or till I finish this page. But I got other stuff to do, so I probably can't do it as long as I'd like. All right, I'll definitely check. I'll check that out, Nicholas, when I get a chance after the stream. Yes, I am doing everything alone for the YouTube channel. I edit, I write the scripts, I do all that beautiful. That's why it takes me so long to make videos. Like, I wish I had like an editor, or I could afford an editor. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, I wish I could afford an editor. When I do, this channel is over. It's over, man. I mean, posting like every day. But until that day happens, keep supporting your boy. Like whatever I try, you know, if it's good, you know, if it's not, let me know. But yeah, I do everything on the YouTube alone. One day I hope not to. But thank you, Sana Yen X. I hope I said that right. Thanks for coming through this stream. I gotta fix this. I don't like it. I like the concept of what I'm trying to go for here. That's good. I know, you gotta just like share all the content, do all that stuff that they tell you to do in YouTube, and one day we'll make it. But I don't know, for me it's growing. It's growing. I've been putting more work into everything. So it's like it'll get there when it gets there, but with your help, it'll get there faster. Anything you do when you like it, like if you like this video, when you comment on the video. It all helps. Like somebody came in here today from finding me on recommended. Those things help. So if you do those little things, that's way more than I could ask for. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who's here, anybody who's in the stream. So this is not a series in as much as it is a, oh my god. Would you look into exchanging a deal? Like if someone, oh my god, you guys are asking so many questions. I love it. Hypothetically, would you look into exchanging a deal with an editor? Like, what if someone was willing to edit your videos and whatnot, but they're looking for an artist for a series that they're writing? I'd rather pay you to edit the videos. And I say this because even though I do enjoy art, besides I follow a lot of small indie creators. Wait, I got full of myself? Interesting. But yeah, I would just pay the person because I have been approached and people do get to give me like opportunities to, you know, do the art for their manga and stuff. But I find a lot of the times I just enjoy doing my own stuff. It would be cool if I liked the idea and I was down with it. So that's a whole nother thing to think about. Let's see. Oh, so in terms of this, because I was getting to that right before I got bombarded with the questions. So this manga that I'm making here is called Besiege. And the idea of it is just about like anger and trying to, you know, figure out that there are people in this world who do care about you. So it starts off with the main character right here in the red. He's called exactly. So in the context of the book, he's just like this main character who's called a besieger. It's this group of beings who, when they get really angry, their energy explodes to 1,000,000. And the whole story is about him trying to get through and figure out how to navigate that anger. Also, I love the way I did his hair here. I need to redo this throughout the whole manga. I need to take a note of that. And like his whole time at school and how he wants to keep this promise that he made to his mom. So I think that's the long story and short of it. Like there was this gate that opened up in the world, and now everyone's been fused with whatever came through the gate. No one knows where it came from, but it created this situation, and now everyone's living in this world with hybrid like gods. So yeah, that's what it is in a nutshell. All right, let's finish up this page. You know what? Let's bring this down. I have an idea of what I want. But thanks for asking. I appreciate it. And also, yeah, Brian, yeah, it's definitely one of those things. So it's like I would love that, but it's like trading to trade. People all up in the I see you try to epic inside of in the Discord. Hey, we made it to 10 likes. I'm so hyped. Well, let me not lie. We almost made it to 10 likes. We are now at 9 likes. When we hit 10, the goal of the video is trying to hit 20. Like, you think I should make more videos about like Besiege? Because it's not a series. Like the way I'm running my model is like I'm just making a bunch of one-shots, but I create them in a way that they could continue. So, hey, thank you guys. You got me to 10. And I'm creating them in such a way that like if it does well, I'll make another one. That's the goal for right now. Oh my god, we're 12? What? Y'all killing me. Y'all actually about to make me hit goal. Y'all too much. Y'all hurt my heart. Oh my god. Make me cry. You gotta make me do the... What the hell? Okay. Now, y'all really about to make me catch a One Piece cry. Like, oh my god. Where are y'all coming from? Like, there's not that many people in this chat. Yo, that's wild. Well, excuse me. All right, we went. I don't even know what's going on right now, but I'm enjoying it. We went from almost 10 to 17. Like, hold on. You got to see my face. What? What is going on? Like, what? What are y'all doing? How did y'all make that happen? Do it again somehow. I don't know. Yo, what? Yo, I'm glad I haven't been smiling a lot today, because y'all just made me smile OD, and it just made my cheeks hurt. Like, oh my god. Yeah, all that snot. Don't make me do that. I don't want to do that on stream. I'm going to do that off stream. But, oh man, y'all just came through the flurry of the likes, yo. What? Yo, oh my god. These likes is wild. I'm so happy. Y'all made my whole Saturday, because I have a thing about Saturdays. Like, Saturdays are my sacred days. A whole Saturday is very sacred, because I used to be one of those Saturday morning cartoon kids. Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Brian. That's exactly what I think it should be like. Oh my god, we're so close. Gotcha. Now I appreciate it. Y'all we're almost there. Y'all flooring your boy right now. I don't even know. I just want to say thank you. I'm so appreciative. Y'all really coming together. But yeah, back to Brian's point, I agree. I think that's a really good way to write your stories today, because it gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of, like, let's say you wrote a story and now you have a long running story, but now you're beholden to, you know, keep going. Let me see. Nothing like watching Naruto. It's like one of those things where you don't have to keep continuing it every week or whatever. You can, like, try something new. I think it allows you that flexibility to try something new, and I think that's very important. It doesn't hold you down to one series. And I think there is some things you can gain out of telling, like, a long formed story, which I think is just as important. But I think it's also important to know how to end things, because what happens with a lot of long running stories is they go on forever and ever. And then, you know, at a certain point, it's just like, dang, is it going to end? And I know One Piece is like one of those, like, extreme outliers, and it's really great. But there are just some other things that go on for maybe, like, too long that could end a little bit earlier. So I think it's a good idea. And also, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for telling me that. Y'all just... I appreciate y'all. That's why I try to make the videos as fast as I can when I can. But I appreciate everybody who watches them, likes, comments, all that good stuff. I just really appreciate it, man. I didn't even think I'd be here a year ago. So it's interesting to see where you are when you didn't think you'd be where you are when you are. That makes sense. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, I think that's definitely a good way to go about making your stories, making them one shots. Make them long as you want, honestly. Make them as long as you want, and do what you want in them, and then, you know, move on. Tell the story you want to tell, and try your best to do it as concisely as you can. There's something I want to do with this picture. I don't like it right now. I'm just gonna put fix. We'll come back to it, because that's another thing. All right, now we're talking about Bleach. Bleach should have just ended after he did the final Getsugaten show. Granted, the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, that joint was hype. Like, I enjoyed it. OD, it was good. That said, it should have ended right there. So I don't know, cause like everything that came after that was I've watched a lot of videos on like Bleach tubers who love Bleach to everything and back, and I get it, but it's just not for me. Like I don't know. I think it should have ended a lot quicker than it ended up doing so. But yeah. Like, Bleach, I think, could have ended right there, and it would have been fine. The 1,000-Year Blood War arc could have been, I think, nice if it was extended. Like, if it got to be Kubo's, like, actual realization. I agree with that. It could have been longer in that sense. But, like, and more filled out. I think that's what would have been better if I was going to say anything. Speaking of Bleach stuff, alright. So, when I was at the con, I got to pick this up. I got this. I was so hyped. And you know your boy loves figures. So, I haven't done a figure unboxing in a while. I got a lot of figures. Like, if I show y'all how many figures I have, you'll be like, whoa, that's too many figures. But anyways, I got this. I was so excited. Okay, alright, that's enough. Because we're just talking about Bleach. I don't have an Ichigo figure. Because, like, when I started collecting figures, Bleach wasn't a hype thing. So, I finally got to get it. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough gushing. But let's see, man. I'll have to go. Oh, thanks, Nicholas. Appreciate you coming through. We're gonna have some nice expressions though. Yeah, I agree. It was some fun stuff in that. Bleach is my favorite manga, but yeah, I mean the anime is just full of filler. If we just talked about one thing, that was a weakness. But I think some things could have been better. I think the pacing could have been better. But I think the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, if it got to go to its final form, would have been the sauce. It would have been the sauce that everybody would have been like, oh, Bleach is goated. I don't know if that's true. But I would have said Bleach is goated. Agree after each series could have ended. See? Yes. Me and you, Byron, we both agree on that. I agree on that. Because it just parts of it got rushed, man. Like when I heard what happened and then when I saw what happened, I was like, damn. We could have had something like way better. Like dang. What could have been? I don't know. Maybe if Kubo was in better health or things moved faster. Who knows? We'd be in a different timeline. I mean, a lot of things probably would be different. But hopefully that can get fixed with the anime. If it ever comes back. I know it's supposed to come back, but we'll see. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. But that would be totally cool to see. I like this song. It sounds like space. Apparently Kubo is working with the anime staff for the anime school. Yeah, that's what I heard. I hope so too. I mean, I think Naruto is great if you cut out all of the filler. Like if there's no pace breaks, like I want to rewatch. Well, I need to finish Naruto. I'm talking like I finished Naruto. But I think when we cut out all of those pace breaks in Naruto, I think it definitely gets to like a whole nother level. I think Naruto's really good. People will say otherwise, but Naruto's super duper up there for me. I don't know if it like, what's the word? They should have taken like a break. I think they should kind of do what they're doing now and Jump and shorten it a little bit more, because people, are like saying, oh, all these series are ending so fast. I think that's to the benefit of everyone. You get a finished story. Well, in some cases, let me not say all cases. In most cases, it's good. It allows like the mangaka to break, and if it's really popular, they can do spin-offs, but they don't have to be part of the spin-offs. So I think there's like a lot there that could be done with their new model of creating, and I think that's really dope. Overall, it just sucks for like people who like really get into a series and then it ends. Like, I think My Hero's ending, Dr. Stone is ending, Demon Slayer ended, Chainsaw Man ended, Black Clover might be going into its final arc. I heard some things. Yeah, so then that also begs the question, like, what will Jump look like in a few years? What will it look like in 2 years? What will it look like in 3 years? It's hard to say. They're doing one thing though that I do like. They're changing it up. They're not trying to keep things exactly the same, which I like. Like, they're trying to change and evolve. Whether it works or not, that's a whole nother thing. That's another thing. But I do like the idea of trying something different. So, yeah. And then what happens when One Piece ends? Ooh. That's gonna be fun. That one. I hope to see that day. I don't want to, because of course I've been with One Piece so long, but that day, maybe we'll have that new era. Yeah, I don't know, and I think it also helps with the conditions of the mangaka. It allows them more breaks, for their health to improve, all that good stuff. I think all in all, it's a good thing, for the creators. Maybe not so much for the people who read. They're just like, where's my manga? I want it, and I want it now. Why you didn't make it yet? I'm mad at you. One Piece ending will be yeah, I gotta catch up in the anime. I want to get up to episode 1000. I'm like episode 9, some. I mean, it depends. Maybe they want more. It's a gamble. It depends. Like, people definitely want more Demon Slayer. So it's like, what do you do when the creator doesn't want to make it anymore or is done with it, but people want more of it? Because, like, if I had a manga series and I was done with it, I wouldn't want to make more money if I already made, like, if I already felt good about it. So it's like, I don't know. It's definitely interesting. Viewing how it goes will definitely change everyone's approach, to how they make manga. Yeah, that's a whole nother issue. Oof. What if you end up in a Kishimoto? Like, once you finish the series, you want it to be over, but get the short end of the stick whenever it comes to. You mean like? Are you talking about like Samurai 8? Because I get that too. I mean, I have all the volumes of Samurai 8. I need to finish it. But it sucks because how do you make something that's as great as your last work? Like, if tomorrow One Piece ended and Oda had to make something else, or he decided to make something else, it would be really hard for anybody to view it outside the lens of One Piece. You get what I'm saying? It's hard. It's such a hard thing. It's so difficult. I don't know how exactly you overcome that, but it's definitely something to think about as a creator. Yeah, like that's a nice come up story. Someone whose work just got like trounced, and then they were like, if I don't make it with this one, that's it. I'm done. And then Horikoshi made it. Oh, did we get to the bottom? Wow. Good question. All right, and you know what? I'll end it on here with this last question. So you asked, how do you end your one shot without ending your one shot? So I've read a few one shots, and one of the things in terms of techniques that they like to do is like they'll talk about the gang went on adventures doing blah blah blah. Maybe if they're a pirate group, they went on to do more pirate crew adventures. So you can say whatever it is going on in your story, they continued on doing X, Y, and Z. And it leaves it a little bit more open-ended. Yeah, it's something you gotta like practice, like to see how you stick your landing, because it can have its own self-contained ending. Like your story will end, but maybe they continue doing something else, or and you can always just bring it back. Like you just start the story off with your pre-established characters, have them doing X, Y, and Z, and it's still okay. You just have to catch the first one because you didn't see it. So it's just one of those things you gotta work with and work around. You'll figure it out as you go. Don't worry. But that's how I would do it. Like keep it. You can keep saying they kept doing X, Y, and Z, and yeah, you can move on with that. Oh, thank you guys. We made it to 19 likes. I appreciate y'all. But alas, my day is not over. I have many other things I need to go do right now. So I have to sadly say that the stream will be ending. However, the next stream, well, the next face-to-face stream like this, where we'll be chatting and all that good stuff, will be November 27th. Same time at 12. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm telling you guys the right thing. Yes, the 27th, because I'll have a lot to talk about then. So if you're interested, I know it'll be like family time. I know in the States it's like Thanksgiving, but wherever you're at, if you have some time, come through. I'll definitely keep you updated in the community polls. Check those. Check the community posts. I use them a lot. I'm going to be talking to you guys about like things you want to see next. Peep out for the next video that's coming through. It's going to be super duper dope. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all. Thank you for an amazing stream, y'all. I don't really have an applause thing right now, so we're just gonna have to do my applause. Yes, make sure you guys come through the 27th. I will be here same time. And then you'll get your 2 videos a week. Also, I've been working on the shorts. So peep the shorts. I've been throwing them out. Y'all been giving it some love. Keep giving it that love. I'll keep making them. But yeah, look out for that. Look out for all those things. I appreciate you all. Thanks. We're growing together. This thing's gonna be big. And then one day I'm gonna call y'all the OG Vandals, or the OG Little Vandals, or little OG Gang. We gotta come up with a name. I don't know. It's not coming to me like other things usually do. But I really appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming to the stream. Remember next month, all those other things, all the other updates. If you want to see how things are gonna go, community posts. I think I've repeated myself 3 times already. Anyways, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Boy. And stay till the end of the outro. I love the outro. Later, y'all.